Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Rooftop Rendezvous, coming to you live from Fort Lauderdale Beach on 4th of July extended weekend. You can see those flags furling in the trees, 4th of July, and our independence. It's taking over all of Fort Lauderdale Beach. We've got our fantastic 4th of July spectacular taking place tomorrow, Thursday, July 4th, and all weekend long you can come down here and celebrate your freedom, your liberty, and your right to just be here with your loved ones, obviously to thank everyone for keeping this country free and for having the time to spend on Fort Lauderdale Beach. We are very excited today. We are coming to you live from atop of Elbow Room right here at Los Olas Boulevard and A1A. As you can see, if you have been visiting or if you live here and coming down to Fort Lauderdale Beach, we are undergoing a major transformation, and as we posted earlier today, we are going to be speaking with Vincent Collins, the project manager for our new Fort Lauderdale Beach Oceanfront Plaza from Skanska, USA, and Tom Green, the project manager with the City of Fort Lauderdale CRA. It doesn't look pretty right now, but oh gosh, it is going to be gorgeous, and we are going to give you the after before we do the before so that you can see what is coming to Fort Lauderdale Beach. This is going to be absolutely an amazing feature here on Fort Lauderdale Beach's barrier island. We're going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see, because there is a lot of work that goes into making this happen. And to answer questions for you, so that if you are coming down here this 4th of July, you know what's taking place. We do have the two men that are responsible for all of this. This is Vincent Collins from Skanska again, and Tom Green from the City of Fort Lauderdale.
Good afternoon.
And gentlemen, I'm going to ask you to get a little bit closer and to get near, Okay. We asked your guys to take a little lunch break a little bit earlier today so that we could have some quiet, although we now hear a little bit of activity taking place. But we wanted to definitely let everybody know you have made amazing progress since you started breaking ground on this. Talk us through a little bit about what's been going on in this timeline.
So during this timeline, you have... Excuse me.
We have
a noisy ambulance.
An ambulance coming through, but that's okay. Our city's police and fire department are very diligent. Yes.
Okay, so during this timeline, the parking garage actually opened in December of 2018, December 20, 2018. Since the garage has been open, we have the Oceanfront Plaza, which is the beachfront park that's directly adjacent
and we're gonna
to us.
kind of show everybody this as you're talking about it. So
it's directly adjacent to us. That's been ongoing. Recently, we've had, as of April, the Los Olas Boulevard between A1A and Seabreeze has been closed. As you can see, we've been making extreme progress as we pour the concrete that's going to replace the asphalt in this area. This is going to be renamed as the Festival Street. So during this Festival Street, you can look right down here, you'll see these are going to be removable bollards that are going in. This allows for installation and removal of bollards to block the area off from traffic, to allow for festivals to occur in the park plaza that's going to be occurring right over here. Off in the distance, you'll see two buildings. One is as the fire truck comes through.
yes.
But you'll have the visitor welcome center, as well as a restroom building and a police substation. And you also have a mechanical building that supports the operation of an interactive water feature located directly here behind the white truck. This area is going to be wide open where the dirt pile is there. You're going to have a large green space that can be used for events and gatherings and picnics. And then as we transition over directly in front, next to the restaurant out in the front of us, that's going to be a seating area that's going to have trees and seating spaces people to enjoy the amenities.
Okay. Thank you so much. We're going to take a quick pause right now. We're going to come back in just one moment. Having a little bit of connection issues. We'll be right back. Okay, everybody, we are back. Thank you so very much. For anyone that might just be joining us, welcome to Rooftop Rendezvous, live from Fort Lauderdale Beach. We are atop Elbow Room Fort Lauderdale, right here at Las Olas Boulevard and A1A. We had to make a quick pause. We are here today with Vincent Collins and Tom Green from the City of Fort Lauderdale CRA.
Good afternoon.
They are both project managers on this project, as you may have seen us before, which is the Las Olas. I'm messing up. It's so beautiful. There's so much going on. The Fort Lauderdale Beach Oceanfront Plaza.
Yes,
that's right.
It's a mouthful.
It is a mouthful.
It is a mouthful, but it's a mouthful because we're going to go back to you and show you what we have coming here, which is jaw-dropping. So the mouthful is because it keeps your mouth open. We've got this amazing Oceanfront Plaza, waterfront park, our beautiful parking garage that just opened up. And when we had to take a little break, we were discussing our gorgeous festival street.
Yes.
That is coming. So recap that just a tiny bit because we had to cut out. All your guys are off their lunch break now.
Everybody's off lunch break now. So as you can see, Las Olas Boulevard has been closed for the past 2 months between Seabreeze and A1A. As you can see, we've removed all of the existing asphalt, and going down in this place are going to be a concrete pavement. And this concrete pavement and this festival street is going to be open in order to utilize the space during events that are occurring in the park. We're installing removable bollards on both ends at A1A and Seabreeze. These removable bollards will be put in place during these special events in order to restrict traffic flow and to allow for pedestrians and beachgoers and visitors to enjoy the functions that are ongoing.
Now, we're not going to really answer any questions that are here today, but there have been a little bit of rumors going around that this street is not going to open, and people are like, oh my gosh, is it going to just be a festival street?
So in this, we intend to have this area completed with the concrete placement by early September, by the end of August. And what's going to happen is this will be open to traffic in both directions. It'll be a wider street similar to what was here previously.
Perfect. That'll make a lot of people happy because we know that everyone's like, oh no, we're going to lose the street. But we're not losing the street. We're actually gaining a wider street that can be enhanced. And I see Tom wants to jump in here a little bit.
Right. No, I mean, you get a wider street, you get a wider sidewalk on both sides of the road, and the intent is for the sidewalk and the street to all be the same elevation. And like Vincent mentioned before, the idea is with these bollards in the roadway, if the city elects to program an event and they want it to spill out into the street for more capacity on certain special days out of the year, this gives you that capacity with everything being same elevation. It makes it more seamless and more functional space.
Right. So a lot of people that may come down here and they see that A1A is closed down to traffic for the Great American Beach Party, or when we have really large events here with Tortuga and all of our festivals and Riptide, this gives that extra space for everyone to kind of utilize and use and help traffic flow.
Correct.
This is all to help.
Yes.
That's right.
In addition to giving us this absolutely gorgeous park. So what we're placed, you couldn't start on the plaza until the garage was built, and so now we've got our beautiful garage built.
Correct.
You're going to come out and tell us a little bit about that because it is amazing and totally state of the art. If you have not parked in there, first of all, one of the least expensive places to park on Fort Lauderdale Beach.
Yes.
$2 an hour.
That's
you can't
right.
beat it. You got that handy dandy parking app that the city loves.
And then in addition to the garage itself, if anybody's down here for the weekend, they'll be able to see the exterior facade on the garage, which is one of the main iconic features that it has. There are exterior lights that are going to be lit up, and those lights will actually have a program that can facilitate different images and different features for different holidays. In addition to that, we're currently installing the parking sensors. There's a sign that's going to be installed to show all of the parking that's available by floor per space. There's cameras on the interior that can show the availability of spaces and the floor to allow for parking ease, so nobody's waiting and there's not a bottleneck of traffic as you flow through.
Exactly.
And then there's also going to be sustainable features as with the installation of electronic vehicle charging stations, and those should be in before the end of July and operating for your use.
That's fantastic. And yeah, I don't think from this vantage point we could actually show it, but it's about a half a block west of Seabreeze, right there. Oh, we can show it.
Yep.
Thank you so much. But here we go. Here's our beautiful parking garage. Who wants to pop their finger there?
Sure, I'll be the finger model.
Okay.
So beautiful parking garage, roughly 660 parking spaces. What you can see in this rendering is an amenity deck space up on the 5th level, about 7,000 to 8,000 point in the future. And these are the light areas that Vincent was referring to. You can kind of see we try to mimic the same wave pattern. For the wave wall, we keep the same wave idea going with these fins or ribs on the exterior of the garage, and they wrap it 360 degrees. And on each individual vertical fin are these LED lights, and these lights are fully programmable. So hopefully folks are gonna come down for 4th of July tomorrow and park in this beautiful garage. If they stay towards evening hours when the lights are lit up, you're gonna see the American flag waving on all sides of the garage.
That's really cool. We saw that there for Memorial Day and during the Great American Beach Party. You had it up, and it was pretty cool.
It's really cool, and you're gonna see the same thing. You see this nice, beautiful wide plaza on the south side of the garage between the bridge and the parking garage. And at some point in the future, once this park is fully opened up, we'll have a garage tram that'll be able to pick folks up from the garage and loop them all the way around and then drop them off at the new park underneath this new beautiful shade canopy. So, if you kind of point over there where all that scaffolding set up between the two buildings, you can see those columns sticking up and all the rebar that looks like spaghetti strands up into the air. That's all the columns to support this new shade canopy. And again, it's kind of got that wavy pattern, kind of mimicking the wave along the garage and mimicking the wave along the existing wave wall along the beach.
And I think there's a rendering right behind it also of that structure.
Sure. So we can get a little bit of the splash pad. You can see a little bit of the shade canopy in there as well. So again, you see it's that real amorphous shape, really trying to capture the idea of the wave and try and tie everything in from an architectural theme.
Yes. And all these photos are viewable on the City of Fort Lauderdale's website if you go there. Skanska also has a really handy app that we're going to talk about a little bit later as well, where you can see project pictures. It'll link it. Of course, you can go onto MyFortLauderdaleBeach.com. We have all this information up, including the parking garage. And while you are coming down here, just ways to navigate the Barrier Island, all the different locations where you can park, all the different ways to get down here, whether you're approaching from Las Olas Boulevard, whether you're coming off of 17th Street Causeway or Sunrise. The beach is still open. We just have this little area, pretty big area, but this area right here at Las Olas between Seabreeze and A1A that is under construction for your enjoyment really rather soon. You mentioned September, all things going perfectly well, so we got to give you a little wiggle room there. You've been really lucky so far. But you're anticipating all of this.
We're anticipating everything being completed by the fall of 2019.
Fantastic.
So that's the project objective at this moment.
And that's the goal. Very cool. So Tom had pointed out the building structure there, and so in addition to just being pretty, they're actually going to have some pretty useful things. So you'll have a police substation.
That's right. There'll be a bathroom facility. So right now on Fort Lauderdale Beach, the only bathroom is really a lot further south of us down in the existing South Beach Park. So this is a great amenity for the park, and then also for beachgoers as well, is the addition of this bathroom facility. And I do want to mention we also have another facility at the parking garage as well. So
correct.
That's really, I think, helpful for folks on the beach. And we're also trying to make the idea for the park was to be as flexible as possible and not really try and program one element but to make it a space that on a day-to-day level people can really enjoy. And then for the special events, we have a lot of plug-in power. So instead of vendors or event promoters having to drag up generators to power everything, we have a lot of plug-and-play power scattered throughout the park that hopefully cuts down on the generators, makes logistics a lot easier for the park. and make setup and breakdown a lot more efficient for everybody.
That's fantastic, because yes, we love doing special events here on Fort Lauderdale Beach. I mean, it's a special place, so we like to have things going on. I have to say kudos to both of you, and I know a lot of people out there, nobody likes the people that are doing the work, but you are doing an amazing job. You have a whole city behind you, and really all of our businesses here on Fort Lauderdale Beach, you know, that's what My Fort Lauderdale Beach is made up of. We're so appreciative. We're so excited to have this beautiful plaza.
Take a pause for this.
We're going to take a pause. We still do have our fire substation down the block, so it is normal for them to go by. But we're going to have this amazing amenity here, and you know, the little bit of pain that we're going to deal with is going to bring so much pleasure and joy that we are certainly going to be forgetting about it soon. Anything else we forgot? The app. We want to certainly give people the app. We want to let them know how to get a hold of you.
The app is the Skanska Project Corners app.
All right.
And now I'll go here. You go to the app, and inside the app, once you download it, you can go to projects. And while you're in projects, you're going to search for, in alphabetical order, the Las Olas Beach Park Project, which is
There
here.
it is.
And then here you enter the site. And when you go to the site, you can find all the alerts, the community notifications, the construction updates for everything that's going on here on the website, all the different articles, and the traffic patterns and the changes that are occurring. So this here is the one that we just spoke about, which is the actual traffic pattern on Las Olas Boulevard between Seabreeze and A1A, the closure that's in place right now. It's all detailed here. It shows a different phasing, and it shows an image so everybody is aware of what's going on. This app is updated on a regular basis, and we are reachable for the community to address and answer any questions that may be on the app.
And also for folks that don't want the app, there's also the webpage or the link they can send out to receive e-blasts. We do monthly newsletter updates, and then any construction alerts also get blasted up by email. So folks that don't want the app or prefer to get something more of an email or a hard copy of the newsletter, that's available through the e-blast as well.
Yeah, you guys have been so amazing. You're doing community outreach, and you're going out to different residential buildings and talking to them and holding workshops, and really the whole step of the way. One thing I loved on the app too is this is all transparent. If you want to see who's working on this project, you go on that app. Every single person that is working on this project, you've got their name, you know who they are. If you're calling and you want to speak with someone, I'm going to show you ladies back here, even though, ba-bum. We've got Natalie and Denise. Where'd she go? Okay, from Skanska, who will answer you at the email address is Las Olas Beach Park, Las Olas Beach Park at Skanska.com. If you want to email the ladies. If you want to speak with somebody from the city, it is going to be Deanna. She is in our public information office, and just the lovely Melissa. Or Tom or Vincent, because you know what, we are really, we're coming together as a community here, so we want you to have your questions answered, really understand what's going on. If you've got any concerns, if you just want to give them a good pat on the back via email, or give a call and say, yay guys, you know, and girls, thanks for everything you're doing. How many people you have on this crew? Because I mean, we just see people. Day in and day out.
We're averaging about 75 people on job site at this moment. And that's between all three sites. Between this one, the South Intercoastal lot, and wrapping up the few things that we have at the parking garage.
And they're here almost every day.
Yes, we actually start construction about 8, and we end typically 6, except on days when we have early morning concrete pours. We'll start sometimes at 6 a.m., but we do a good job to let the community know when those items are going to happen, so that doesn't happen too frequently.
No. And so the timeline as far as like what we're seeing here, I know we're going over our 15 minutes, but we really kind of want to do this. So right now we've got lane drops on Seabreeze and on A1A, and we're just going to show the A1A side because it's really replicated.
So right now you have lane drops on A1A and Seabreeze. At the A1A intersection, this intersection should be opened up within the next 3 weeks. Once this intersection opens up, the cars will then be shifted to the interior lane, and then an exterior lane is going to be closed. And then the same upgrades and improvements of the roadway and the utility structures will occur, and that'll take about 3 weeks as well. So we look to have both intersections and the roadway open by the beginning of September.
Awesome. And it's not just raising the road. You've got all this stuff underneath it.
Exactly.
You've got to deal with too.
Exactly.
So
We have additional utilities that are going in to address the drainage and to ensure that all of the water and the safety for the vehicles and everybody has a place to go. So there's removal of existing infrastructure. There's demolition that needs to occur. There's new infrastructure that has to go in. So it's a process, and we're doing the best we can in order to expedite this for the community.
Well, I know I'm not speaking alone. We thank you all for absolutely everything you're doing. This is a huge undertaking that a lot of us who have lived or worked on Fort Lauderdale Beach have not seen, because these type of improvements have not really been here for a long time. I mean, there's building, and then there's, apartment buildings going up or hotels going up. But how long, I mean, Tom, I don't even know if you know, how long has it really been since like these road improvements and everything like this has taken place?
I can tell you this project has been a long time coming. I'm newer to the city. This is my 5th year, and this project was already in mid-design by the time I came aboard to the city. So you can see how much effort and, I guess, support it takes at all levels, from neighbors and residents showing support to commissioners and city managers showing support for this, and the mayor showing support to now getting help from the construction team and the design team to make it happen. I don't know the last time this road was redone, but for this project, there's several master plans done before 2014 I came to the city, and from 2014 until now, you can see how much effort it really takes to really facilitate something like this. It's an over $50 million capital project and an investment for the city, and we hope the residents really enjoy the end product and can bear with us for a few more months while we got the road shut down. But once it opens back up, you'll have new parks from the ocean to the intercoastal. So what was asphalt before will all be green space, and a really cool asset for the city and for residents and kids and old, and from 3 to 99, everybody can enjoy this new area. Yes,
it's going to be a great place to be active, and so we are looking forward to welcoming you back to that. But really want to thank you, gentlemen, very much for taking time, because we pulled you out of your project site. We pulled you out of the office from working, and all the ladies who are really busy behind the scenes making sure that everybody's really kept up to date on stuff. But wanted you to know, so while you're here for the 4th of July, because we know you're coming down here for the 4th of July, there is absolutely no better place to be. We want you to know what you're seeing here and go back to it, and really just the phone numbers and who you can contact if you have questions, if you want to see what's going on. We're going to post that up onto the page. You can go on to MyFortLauderdaleBeach.com, City of Fort Lauderdale's website, FortLauderdale.gov. And go through the project. Vincent told you about the Project Corners app that you can download and you can keep up to date. Maybe get on their email list so that you can be involved. They are holding workshops and all these different things that they're reaching out to the community. So, hi guys! Hey! You see a construction worker, give them a high five. They are working day in and day out on this to get this ready as soon as they can for you. So, want to thank you again. Thank these gentlemen again. Thanks for tuning in and for being with us a little bit longer than our normal broadcast. We're going to be replaying it and posting it up on the site. The other activity that you see down the block, that is the City of Fort Lauderdale's 4th of July Spectacular right here on Fort Lauderdale Beach. 12 noon to 9:30 p.m. You are going to want to come down. Kids zone, music, games, all sort of excitement. We've got Lee Greenwood as our headliner tomorrow night as well. 4:45 he will take the stage, and of course 9 o'clock, grab your seat on the beach. You are going to want to be here for a spectacular fireworks display over the ocean. Well, I want to thank everybody again for tuning in and joining us. Check out our website again, MyFortLauderdaleBeach.com. Please, if you had any questions, we will certainly, and Skanska will be answering those that are left in the comment field. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being with us. God bless you. God bless America. Happy 4th of July, everybody. We will see you next week for another episode of Rooftop Rendezvous. Have a great day. Bye-bye.